Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. All right, guys, so today's audio car chronicles is monitoring spirits. I've dedicated I don't know, I've just dedicated my time to at least putting out one audio video a day for you guys. And this is definitely a topic that I have been planning to put out on my YouTube channel. Listen, I also plan on talking about some of these topics on camera as well. But, I've been committed to, dropping at least an audio video a day. I'm definitely going to get on camera and make a longer video about monitoring spirits. Let's jump right into it. Because listen, when I tell you guys, this has definitely been a term that I have experienced these last few months. Monitoring spirits is definitely a term that I have, looked more into and talked to other people about. And, listen, y'all, and I really hate to say stuff like this, but it's the truth. I'm not one of those sugarcoating people. Like, I'm not one of the every day's a fairy tale. Life is so amazing. Everyone's so amazing. Bubblegum, raindrops, and unicorns. I'm just not that type of person. I'm a real straightforward type of person, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Let me use the fake check-ins to start off this video. The fake check-ins. They're fake. The fake check-ins, you guys know the people who you really don't, you never talk to. It's not even that you really don't talk to them. You never talk to them. You never talk to them. They're following you on social media. They never interact with anything unless it's something that they see that may benefit them one day. You know what I mean? Me being an actor, I always reference me being an actor because me being an actor is how I've experienced most of these things that I talk about, right? You have the people who never interact with anything, but as soon as I'm out of town or on set, here everybody comes, right? And that's just one example. But these people, they never interact with you on social media. These are the people who you bump into in the grocery store and, oh, you guys went out of town? You guys went to Florida? Oh, you just got your degree. But it's like, you didn't interact with, like, how would you know that? In my mind, like, geez, how, you know everything, right? But it's like, these are the people who will never make it obvious that they are watching you, or that you are inspiring them, or that they even know what's going on in your life. But see, the thing is, they when you bump into these people in public, and I'll get to the fake checking-ins over the phone and through text message in a second. But when you physically bump into these people, it's like, it's an awkward moment, right? So they have to create some talking points. And then this is when they expose themselves. Oh, I saw your kids went to the Junior Olympics. Oh, you didn't say congrats or even like anything on the platform that you saw this stuff on. Like, but it like they get startled when you bump into them and you see them in public and you see them in person. They have to create something to talk about. You know what I mean? But that's just another way that God exposes people. The fake check-ins. Let me tell you guys something. Stop falling for it. Stop falling for it. I've gotten, my boundaries are so strong at this point. I've stopped answering my phone for people who I just don't normally talk to anymore, or the people who I felt like I was putting more into the friendship, or et cetera, et cetera. I had a friend popped up out the blue, called me 2 days in a row. My thing is, in 2025, if I call you and I really have something to say, or if I want something, or if I have a question or whatever, if I call you, you don't answer, I'm going to say, hey, shoot you a text message. Hey, give me a call whenever you have time. I just have a question for you. I just wanted to inquire about this, that, or whatever, right? That's just me. And that seems like that's the majority of other people. If someone doesn't answer their phone, hey girl, call me back, or whatever. Next day, another phone call without a text message. And this is a person who I have already tried to help. I have already tried to assist. I have already tried to mentor. I have already tried to inspire. I have already tried to motivate. All the things, right? So in my eyes, I haven't talked to you in like probably 6 or 7 months. And then the last few conversations we had through text message, I think I asked something and it was kind of like blown off a little bit. Or, listen, my point was, I just have to give y'all an example. I'm sorry. My point was, people legit try to do the fake check-ins just to make themselves feel better about themselves. Because the fake check-ins, they want you to say, oh God, I'm just so stressed out over here. I can't. Oh, these kids are driving me crazy. Oh, my job, I hate it. This is the type of stuff that they want you to say to make themselves feel better about their lives and what they aren't doing, right? Because you better believe they're not checking in with you to hear anything that's going to not make them feel good about themselves. You know what I mean? They're not checking in with you to hear, oh, I just got a promotion. Oh, I just got bumped up at my job. Oh, I just bought me a house. I just, they don't really want to hear that. They're calling you basically to get your energy. They're calling you for several different reasons, and it's not to genuinely check in up on you. And I'm not talking about, guys, listen, I'm not talking about your mom, your dad, your brothers. I'm not talking about these people who love you for real. I'm not talking about the people who are really on your side and really love you and really are rooting for you. I'm not talking about your best friend who's always there for you, who you talk to every day. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about the people who sit on the sidelines, sit on the bench while you're out there on the field. They're watching you. They're monitoring you. They never interact with you. You never hear from them on your birthday. You never hear from them on Christmas, Thanksgiving, no happy Easter, no happy 4th of July, nothing ever, right? But no happy New Year, nothing, right? But just a random phone call. Now, listen, I get it. I know sometimes you can randomly think about someone and you're like, okay, I wonder how she's doing. I'm not talking about that either, guys. I'm talking about the people who call you and say, oh, how you doing? Did you ever get that job? Did you ever buy your house? Oh, was the mortgage too high? Is that why you didn't get your house? Oh, you still with your boyfriend? You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All those monitoring spirit type of questions, and then you don't hear from them for another 6, 7, 8 months, a year, 2 years. These are the type of people I'm talking about. Don't fall for it, y'all. Don't fall for it. And if you do answer the phone or if you do text them back, keep it cordial. Don't stop talking so much. Don't feel special just because they checked in on you after 2 years. They're just trying to figure out what's going on in your life. And from my experience, every time I pull back from social media right now, my Facebook page is deactivated, and it may not ever be reactivated. But my Facebook page is deactivated. So I've noticed that when I pull back from social media, then here people come. Slowly, here they come. I still have my Instagram. I love Instagram more than Facebook. Facebook is just one big toxic dumping ground in my eyes. Family just watching you. They don't ever interact unless it's something, like I said, that they feel that they can benefit from. If I post a movie or something, then, oh, my cousin. But I post something with my kids or post other things and it's like crickets. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's so weird how you notice the certain types of things that triggers people to like or comment versus the things that they never interact with. It's weird. Just an observation, just a social media observation. You guys got to start opening up your eyes. You guys got to start being more aware of all these random questions. Another example, I got a text message before, or an Instagram DM or something. I forgot what it was. Just the most random questions. What's my favorite perfume? Like, why? And I'm not saying it's an issue with you being in the same room and you standing next to someone and you smell their cologne and you ask what it is, or any, but just a bunch of random questions. And this was from the same person, just a bunch of random questions that weren't quite connected at all, as if she was trying to connect some puzzle piece together. Like a whole bunch of random questions all the time. And also these type of people, they just want your attention. 9 times out of 10, they just want your attention. The person who called me twice within 2 days without leaving a voice text or a voicemail or a text message, I know the type of person they are. Just probably wanted my attention. Just wanted to feel good about themselves if I had answered the phone for them. Because you better believe they you know when someone wants something and when they don't. You know. And this particular person probably had someone else on the phone. Because why wouldn't you tell me to call you back? Hey, Tonette, call me right back. Or call me back whenever you can. Why would you keep calling me? As if you had someone on the phone to hear something or for me to say something. I'm just really, my discernment is just so high these days, y'all. I promise you, my eyes are wide open. I see straight through people. And what's so funny, they think you don't see what they are doing. They think because you're nice, you're not aware. They think that just because you're nice and cordial, they can just keep on trying to seep in. I'm not dumb. You know, even the times that I did allow people to use me or whatever, I knew what they were doing. I don't know why people think they're so clever. I don't know. That should be another video. You're not as clever as you think you are. Like, obviously, if you're calling me out the blue with a bunch of random questions, you don't think that I know you're up to something. People are so strange and weird. Just a bunch of random questions. I have family members, I have cousins, never interact with me on Facebook. I can post my kids' birthdays. I posted them at the Junior Olympics, their track meets, just all types of stuff. Just weird. Just weird. I have people who call my mom and try to and try to sneak in little questions about me. I have to train. I'm in the process of training my mom to not answer questions about me to people. Literally. People will do that. They'll call your mom and try to check in on your mom and say, hey, and how's Cynthia doing? Did Cynthia ever move? Did Cynthia ever get that job? And your mom's just being nice, a typical mom running her mouth on the phone, giving all your business away. And like I've told my mom before, it may not be anything to you, little small details here and there, but I don't like that. I'm more like my father when it comes to people. I'm more like my dad. Don't sit on the phone just telling people bits and pieces and all these types of details about me, because it's just weird. Anyway, people, they're calling you with the fake check-ins. And usually the fake check-ins are over the phone. It's not so much over text message. Usually the fake check-ins are the phone calls. And they try to sneak in all these little questions. Even with these moms. You know? These little mom groups and stuff that gets created only because your kids are in the same classroom, or only because you guys live in the same neighborhood or whatever. All these little mom groups are created just because the kids are friends, or because you know what I mean? You know, even within women, the moms, all the digging. Oh, how long have you been married? Oh, how long have you, just a bunch of, it's like, I can see if we've been knowing each other for a while, or, but the first conversation, the first time you meet someone, you shouldn't be asking them personal questions like that. You might as well just ask me what my credit score is, hell, and how much my mortgage is. Because those are the type, that's what you're trying to figure out anyway, how well off I really am. Especially, oh my goodness, honey, don't let your kid be in the same activities or anything that costs money. I remember, Tony's 9 now. I remember a few years ago, Tony took swimming lessons from the age 2 to, I believe, 6. And it was those classes, they cost. Those swim classes, they cost. And I would always get random women trying to spark up conversations with me as if, like I can tell, like, in the back of their minds, like, wow, like, she can afford these classes. I don't know if it was because I was black, because it was the majority of the moms were, white, to be honest with you. And it seems like sometimes even like a mom would walk in and I'll get this look like, wow, like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, oh, not saying that they were racist, guys. I'm not saying that. Just saying the environment, and them also knowing how much these classes were, it was like a slight shock to them, It was a few other black moms spread it out here and there, but I don't know. And then the conversations would start, they would try to start digging. One even asked me where I work one time, like, how could this girl pay for swim classes $150 a week? This is the type of stuff that they're thinking. I've had people to literally ask me how much my rent was a few years ago when I lived in a duplex. I just don't ask people those types of questions. I couldn't care less. I don't ask people, not even my brothers, guys. Like, I don't ask people personal questions like that. I mean, unless you're a financial advisor trying to help someone fix their credit, yeah, ask them what their credit score is. Look it up. But people just really feel so entitled to know everything about you. First conversation, like first time you meet somebody. But anyway, back to the people who know us, who I'm talking about. The people who who you don't mess with, the people who never show up to any of your events. Not saying that someone isn't a real friend or a real supporter just because they didn't show up to your event. I'm talking about the people who never show up in any area of your life. But then all of a sudden they hit you up or start texting you just randomly as if you're obligated, or as if you were sitting around waiting on them to start asking you questions. Like what? Like, you guys got to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get on camera and talk about this. Don't worry. We're going to get way deeper with this one. People are just strange. And it's like an entitlement. People honestly and genuinely feel that you're supposed to, and they expect you to answer everything they're asking you. My boundaries are so high, you guys. My boundaries are so high and so solid, and I'm standing on them in every area of my life. I keep telling you guys, I'm also an actor. I used to sit up and let people ask me 20, 30, 40, 50 questions back to back. And I used to be so drained after these conversations. Just because I felt that I was obligated to answer other actors' questions. And these are people who I knew wasn't going to do anything I told them to do, right? But I didn't want to come off like the bitch. So I sucked it up and just let them drill me with all these questions. And see, the thing is, that's another thing. People would ask me all these questions only because they saw my results. You see me flying back and forth from St. Louis to Atlanta, Chicago to St. Louis, back to, they see me booking this stuff and on set, on real sets. And that sparks the interest. But you're not going to do what I did so that you can get the results. And I knew this. I know this. Still to this day. I can only count a handful of actors who's really showing results, who I've talked to, spoken to. But they see what you're doing. You post your house on Facebook. You just bought a new house. And here comes all the questions. Here comes all the questions. Oh, what company did you go through? And oh, really? Oh, what? Just say congratulations. Why do you got to know? Why does it make you feel comfortable knowing all of my information and all of, I don't know. I work hard for mine. I wasn't given a house. I worked hard for it. It'll make you feel better if I say, oh, my grandma left me this house. So they can go back and say, oh, well, John, he didn't work hard for that new house. His grandma left them that house. Man, listen, y'all got to stop falling for it. I'm telling you. All right, guys. So I'm going to go in the house because I'm in the car and it looks like it's about to storm. And I need to get some things done before I pick up Tony from school. So thank you for listening. If you guys are still listening to this video, I appreciate it so much. Go ahead and subscribe, guys, please. I have all of my videos organized in a playlist. If you guys only watch me for my cooking videos, for my gift haul videos, for my the lizards videos, King the lizard, the gecko, he has his own playlist. Okay. So if you guys only listen to my audio videos, that's fine too. But if you want to explore the world of crafty actress mama, go ahead and look at my other playlists. I'm going to get on camera and talk more about monitoring spirits. This was just an overview, an oversight, And if you are a monitoring spirit and you found my YouTube channel, I hate that for you. Because you monitoring spirits, you guys think that we don't know what you're doing. You're not genuine with it. You're not. I see straight through it. Anyway, I love y'all. If you are a genuine subscriber, a genuine person, I appreciate it. Keep being that way. Don't be like the sneaky snakes who we're talking about in this video, okay? Bye.